Many people think that when buying a house, it is enough to just look at the direction and the location. But in Feng Shui, the timing of the purchase is also considered a very important factor that can influence the fate of an entire family. As I have personally seen in many cases, some people manage to buy a house they truly love, but they end up choosing an unfavorable date. After that, various problems gradually begin to show up. Some families find that their real estate paperwork keeps dragging on without being completed, and the cost of repairs turns out to be much higher than they originally expected. In some situations, even after moving in, the people in the household start having frequent small arguments, especially when it comes to money matters. That is why, in today's video, I am going to share how to choose lucky and favorable dates to buy a house in 2026, so homeowners can begin settling down more smoothly and maintain good luck and stability for the entire family. Now, let's get started. Before we get into the specific ways to choose the right dates, let's take a quick look at the overall energy of the Year of the Horse in 2026. In Feng Shui, each year carries its own unique balance of the 5 natural elements, and this can have a significant influence on important decisions like buying land or purchasing a home. The core energy of the Year of the Horse, 2026. The year 2026 begins a powerful new cycle, with energy that can be seen as a blend between the force of fire and the cleansing nature of rain from the sky. In Feng Shui terms, both key elements of the year are associated with fire, creating a very strong double fire energy. This year represents peak yang energy, like the moment when the sun is at its highest point, bringing brightness, growth, and strong forward momentum. What makes the year more balanced, however, is the presence of a rainwater element, symbolizing pure water falling from the sky. This energy helps cool down the intense fire, turning potential conflict into a balanced state between water and fire, which is often seen as a sign of success and smooth progress for homeowners. From the perspective of the 5 natural elements, strong fire energy naturally supports the earth element, which represents land, homes, and long-term property value. At the same time, the flowing nature of rainwater helps clear away negative energy, allowing new living spaces to start fresh without being affected by the past. Because of this, 2026 is considered a great time for major decisions like buying a home, changing property, or building long-term assets for the family. However, this energy can also move quickly and intensely, like sudden rainfall. That means opportunities may come fast, but things can also feel unstable if not handled carefully. That is why choosing the right time to buy a house is so important. It helps stabilize the home's energy from the beginning, like setting a strong foundation for a new life. When the timing is right and everything is well prepared, the strong energy of this year can turn into real opportunities for growth. As a result, buying a home becomes a solid starting point for long-term stability and prosperity. So, what principles should you follow to choose the right date in 2026? Up next, we will go through the key steps to help you find the right time to place a deposit, sign contracts, and begin your journey of settling into a new home more smoothly. Auspicious date, selection guide for buying a house. First, consider the homeowner's age and compatibility. In the system of selecting auspicious dates for buying a house, evaluating the harmony between the homeowner's age and the energy of the Year of the Horse, 2026, is the step that establishes what can be understood as human alignment, the core factor that determines success or failure. No matter how good a date may seem, it becomes meaningless if it directly conflicts with the homeowner's personal energy. Therefore, homeowners need to review their age through 3 major Feng Shui filters: the 3-year challenge cycle, the golden age restriction, and the empty house condition. Looking at the 3-year challenge cycle, the year 2026 falls into the middle phase for those born in the years of the pig, the rabbit, and the goat. According to traditional Eastern Feng Shui principles, The middle phase is always the most unstable, where energy fluctuations can lead to unexpected troubles or health issues that may disrupt financial plans. Those born in 1959, 1971, 1983, and 1995, which correspond to the year of the pig, should be especially cautious when reviewing legal documents to avoid long-lasting disputes. Meanwhile, those born in the year of the rabbit, such as 1963, 1975, 1987, and 1999, should stay calm and avoid making emotional decisions when placing deposits. As for those born in the year of the goat, including 1967, 1979, 1991, and 2003, even though there may be favorable opportunities related to land, if they plan to start construction immediately after purchase, it is advisable to borrow someone else's age for ceremonial purposes or perform traditional remedies to maintain positive energy. Alongside the 3-year challenge cycle, the golden age restriction and the empty house condition are two important measures of family safety and the long-term prosperity of the home. The golden age restriction focuses on potential harm to the homeowner and their loved ones, while the empty house condition warns of an unfavorable living state that may bring negative energy into the home. On the other hand, some age groups are considered more favorable for housing decisions in 2026. For example, those born in the year of the tiger, such as 1974, 1986, and 1998, tend to align well with the year's energy, making it easier to find suitable opportunities and build a stable foundation for career and finances. Additionally, those born in the year of the dog, including 1970, 1982, and 1994, are in a naturally harmonious relationship with the horse, which means they are more likely to find a home with balanced energy and settle down quickly after moving in. People born in the year of the rooster are also considered relatively fortunate in 2026, as they are not heavily affected by major restrictions. With fewer obstacles, real estate transactions tend to go more smoothly, allowing homeowners to maintain long-term stability in their living environment. Second, eliminate highly unfavorable days. In the system of choosing auspicious dates, days that carry negative energy and can cause financial loss or family conflict must be removed first to ensure a smooth beginning for property transactions. This filtering process is usually done by comparing the lunar calendar with the standard calendar. Certain unfavorable days are identified based on the lunar calendar and then converted into standard calendar dates for practical use. For example, days falling on the 3rd, 7th, 13th, 18th, 22nd, and 27th of the lunar month, as well as the 5th, 14th, and 23rd, are traditionally avoided. These are believed to be times when cosmic energy is unstable, increasing the likelihood of complications in major transactions, such as signing contracts or transferring ownership. Even more serious are days associated with extremely negative energy, which can directly affect the homeowner's vitality and the long-term stability of the property. In particular, homeowners must avoid days that directly clash with their zodiac sign. For example, those born in the year of the rat should avoid horse days, and those born in the year of the rabbit should avoid rooster days, in order to prevent energetic conflicts that could harm financial luck. Additionally, days associated with certain negative star influences should also be excluded, as they may carry risks of accidents, financial loss, or major disturbances within the household after moving in. Strictly following these rules helps create a strong layer of protection, turning every piece of land into a foundation for prosperity and peace. Third, prioritize favorable criteria. After removing all negative energy layers, the process moves to the most important step, selecting the best timing based on the combined influence of traditional day classification systems and stellar patterns. In Feng Shui, each day and hour carries its own unique energy, so choosing the right moment can make the home buying process smoother and create a stable foundation for the new living space. Many people rely on a traditional 12-day cycle to evaluate the nature of each day. Among these, 3 types of days are especially favorable for buying a house: days of completion, days of success, and days of new beginnings. Days of completion represent fullness and fulfillment, making them ideal for acquiring assets and building a solid financial base. Days of success symbolize achievement and are highly suitable for signing contracts and completing legal procedures smoothly. Meanwhile, days of new beginnings represent fresh starts and are perfect for opening doors, starting a business, or officially moving into a new home. In addition, Feng Shui also considers a system of 28 star patterns used to evaluate whether a day is favorable or unfavorable. Days influenced by positive stars are generally considered good for real estate activities. When a day combines both a favorable classification and positive star influence, it becomes an ideal time to place deposits, sign contracts, or move into a new home. Now, I will summarize some relatively favorable dates for buying a house in 2026. Some dates have already passed, so I will not mention them again, such as February 20, February 26, March 9, and the 27th of March 2026. During the summer period, from around the 3rd to the 6th lunar month, when Yang energy reaches its peak, the strong fire energy that supports the earth element creates excellent conditions for new beginnings. Dates such as the 18th of April 2026, which corresponds to March 2 on the lunar calendar, and the 24th of May 2026, corresponding to April 9 on the lunar calendar, are considered ideal for signing important contracts and avoiding future complications. In particular, the 5th of June 2026, which is April 21 on the lunar calendar, is highly supportive for financial gains, while the 10th of June 2026, corresponding to April 26 on the lunar calendar, is an extremely auspicious day, making it a perfect choice for moving into a new home. Even during the 7th and 8th lunar months, which are often considered less favorable in traditional belief, Feng Shui experts still identify certain highly auspicious windows of opportunity. For example, the 21st of August 2026, corresponding to July 9 on the lunar calendar, is believed to help neutralize negative influences and ensure smooth transactions. Following that, the 2nd of September 2026, which is July 21 on the lunar calendar, is highly favorable for legal agreements, and the 10th of September 2026, corresponding to July 29 on the lunar calendar, helps bring the buying process to a successful and complete conclusion, laying a strong foundation for long-term prosperity. After everything, choosing an auspicious date to buy a house is, at its core, a way for us to step into a new beginning with greater care and intention. When homeowners take the time to observe the right timing, prepare thoroughly, and arrange their living space in a balanced and harmonious way, the house will gradually become a place that nurtures stability and peace for the entire family. And if you still have any questions or concerns related to home feng shui or similar topics, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. We can discuss them together and explore better ways to arrange and optimize your living space in upcoming videos. Goodbye for now, and see you next time.